The oceans span 70% of our world, as many of you are aware, but most of you are probably unaware that we have only explored around 5% of that. There are still a lot of sinister and perilous things to investigate and learn about. I frequently dreamed as a young child of plunging into the depths to find mermaids and other fantastical creatures. Now that I'm an adult, I'm curious about the lore surrounding the Loch Ness Monster and the reports of people hearing singing off remote shorelines. The Marianas Trench, which is located at the bottom of the western Pacific Ocean, has the deepest portion that has been found. It is roughly 120 times larger than the Grand Canyon. To give you an idea, Challenger Deep is the moniker given to the area that is the deepest. Here are the top 10 deep-sea creatures from the underworld. Top 10. The stargazer fish. Despite having a beautiful name and resembling both Ra's from Monsters, Inc. and an ancient Aztec artwork, this woman is the exact opposite of what romance is all about. It is anything but delicious to the unaware fish passing by and lives in the deep, dark fissures a few hundred feet beneath the east coast of North America. To ensure that the fish never sees the light of day again, it buries itself in the sand, just allowing its bulging eyes to protrude. As soon as any poor little sap is in range, it pounces and kills it. It is almost equally effective at self-defense and concealing. It buries itself and emits a zap of electricity if it perceives fear. Top 9. The gulper eel. A large tall glass of no, please. Although the beast from hell may appear to be grinning at you from the front, in my opinion, those appear to be the jaws of death. Even though it is situated in slightly shallower water, at a depth of less than 2,000 feet, its enormous mouth can still swallow anything, including fish that are much larger than it. It is known as a pelican eel because of its large head. At the tip of its tail, it bears a bioluminescent organ that it uses to attract prey to their doom. These creatures, which may reach lengths of up to 31 inches, are thought to die after spawning, however a paucity of knowledge. Top 8. The chimera fish. This deep marine monster, which should not be confused with the chimera from Greek mythology, has a unique body. There isn't a single bone in their entire body, cartilage makes up the entire structure. They are known as ghost sharks because they are related to sharks and employ electroreception to locate prey. However, unlike other sharks, the males of this species have retractable sexual organs. The majority of chimeras have venomous spines behind their dorsal fins, which is another characteristic that sets them apart. On top of that, their mouths and skulls are joined. I would not want to obstruct them. Top 7. The viperfish. They can be found at depths of up to 9,000 feet, and their extremely huge teeth enable them to firmly grasp their food. Due to the depths at which they dwell, little is known about their reproductive system, but it is suspected that they lay eggs that must be fertilized. It's terrifying to consider that this monster could expand. Furthermore, because they are little fish, sharks and even some dolphins can easily dine on them. They have a huge stomach to store food because of where they live, which allows them to go for days without eating. It's a fearsome, tough fish. Top 6. The oarfish. This deep-sea creature is an uncommon species, and little is actually understood about it. After storms, they frequently wash up on beaches, and when they are sick or dying, they have a tendency to float in shallow water. They are thought to be the source of fabled sea monster sightings because of their length. The longest is proven to be 36 feet long and unconfirmed to be 50 feet long. With that knowledge, it is also presumed that they deliver an electric shock similar to the stargazer fish, but there isn't enough proof to back up that assertion. Off the coast of Mexico, sightings of these long fish that have been seen as far as 3,000 feet below the surface continue to astound the world. Top 5. The frilled shark. Frilled sharks rarely come into contact with humans since they prefer to stay in the depths of the ocean, up to 5,000 feet 1,500 meters below the surface. Frilled sharks are regarded as living fossils because they share many morphological traits with their extinct dinosaur predecessors who formerly sailed the seas. This 5.3-foot (1.6-meter) specimen was brought to a marine park after being discovered in shallow water in Japan in 2007. Hours after being captured, it passed away. Top 4. The black dragon fish. The black dragon fish is another bioluminescent organism that lives at the bottom. It has light-emitting organs placed all around its belly to deceive predators by altering its profile. Additionally, the spooky fish has bioluminescent flashlights next to each eye that it may activate when hunting for prey or calling out to possible mates. The black dragon fish is so toothy, as evidenced by the image above, that its tongue is also covered with razor-sharp teeth. Top 3. The vampire squid. The vampire squid is actually quite small, only growing to a maximum length of 6 inches (15.4 centimeters), in spite of its terrible moniker. The bioluminescent eyes, red color, and cloak-like webbing that joins its 8 limbs are where it derives its name from. Its scientific name, Vampiroteuthis infernalis, literally translates to vampire squid from hell. Although it resembles both squid and octopuses, it is actually not a squid but in its own separate family, of which it is the last remaining member. As a result, the animal is referred to as a living fossil. Top 2. The fangtooth on Earth. An extraterrestrial universe is only 200 meters away from you. When you dive that deep, you enter the twilight zone of the deep sea, where animals play a lethal game of hide and seek with nighttime predators. A wide stretch of darkness with sporadic flashes of light from living things that are here in quest of food and mates is the midnight zone, which you enter when you dive below 1,000 meters. It is a universe with teeth that are as menacing as a fang-toothed fish. The fangtooth, though, shouldn't worry you because it is just slightly bigger than a grapefruit. Top 1. The goblin shark. Everything about the goblin shark fish screams insanity. Its long nose gives it a hellish unicorn look. Its pink flesh makes it look like it's got no skin. You can see how people used to believe in dragons and sea monsters when there are creatures like this out there. As if all that wasn't enough, this is the biggest fish on our list by far. For years, scientists thought they maxed out at around 13 feet. That was until 2000, when a giant female over 20 feet long was caught in the Gulf of Mexico. We still have no real idea just how big they're capable of getting. One of the spookier fishes is the goblin shark. It can feel electric fields in the deep, murky water it inhabits thanks to the ampullae of Lorenzini that cover its long, protruding snout. Its distinctive coloring includes fin edges that are vivid blue and fins that range in color from pinkish gray to purplish gray. Its jaw, though, is more bizarre. Although it is near to the head in this image, the goblin shark can stretch it to the length of its snout in order to ambush fish, squid, and crustaceans. A little, appetizing-looking squid is spotted by a goblin shark as it swims across the deep sea. The animal approaches its prey slowly. But as the fish closes in, the snack starts to dart away. So the shark thrusts its jaw 3 inches out of its mouth. The jaw is connected to 3-inch-long flaps of skin that can unfold from its snout. The predator then grabs the squid in its teeth. After scarfing down the meal, the shark fits its jaw back into its mouth and swims off. That is all for Top 10 Deep-Sea Creatures from Underworld. I hope you enjoy watching. Please subscribe for more videos.